Hey there, Manifestors. Thanks for joining me again this Monday. I've put together a little reading for you. It's interesting as I do more and more of these readings during this sort of tumultuous time for everyone in the collective. A lot of similar messages are coming out. Definitely notice that. I think we're all feeling very intense about things. So let me go ahead and get started. Just quickly, if you're new to the channel or you don't know what design type you are, I'll put a link in the description box below and you can go to my body graph and figure out your human design type and find the reading that matches your type. I'll be doing these readings for a while and see if it resonates with you. I'd love to hear what you think. So I'm going to start off. I pulled a rune to sort of just get a gauge of what the theme of the reading was. And I got the rune that means gateway, and it came out in the reverse position. The gateway is the place that you go to as your, it's the threshold before you begin your new life, that you're being called into this new place. When it's reversed, it's asking you to pause and go internally. There's something that you need to face and look at and examine before you get that green light to move through the gateway. The book says, the nature of your passage depends on the quality of your attitude, the clarity of your intention, the steadfastness of your will. So it's asking you to not make any hasty decisions, rash actions. Just find some stillness and wait. You will get signs from the universe through synchronicities and little things that it's time to move forward. But until then, just, sort of pause and be as patient as you can. I mean, for me, that is my biggest challenge in life, is to be patient. I'm horrible at it, so I can relate. But that's what Spirit's asking you to do. The next card, or the first card that comes out, is Luminous Doom. He's kind of got those watery eyes, and he's a bit sad, and I feel like his tears are about to drop on everybody, and they're a little scared that they're gonna get drowned out. This could be you, or this could be somebody close to you in your life. Maybe you're isolating with a partner or a family member who's really not doing well with what's going on. Maybe they're really going into the doom of it and really having a hard time shifting their perspective and finding balance. I mean, it could be you. If they're feeling stuck, or you're feeling stuck, there's a loss of hope. That's sort of the energy of what's going on. So I guess one message that, I forget who said it, another spiritual teacher who said, a lot of times a breakdown, something disguised as a breakdown, can be a breakthrough. So sometimes when we are facing these challenges, and all this really dark stuff comes up, right? Our fears, our insecurities, the loss of hope, all these things start to bubble up, and they might just be a passing thing. I mean, and This card also talks about if you're in a gloomy place and you can't seem to get out of the gloomy place, sometimes I think just giving ourselves a little compassion and allowing ourselves to sit in the muck and just, really wallow in it. I did that the other day. I don't know, I was feeling really down, and I listened to sad music. I played sad music on my ukulele, and I watched sad documentaries, and I ate comfort food, and yeah, I just let the emotions come up, and I let myself feel all the things. And I thought, if I can allow this for me to really dig into it today, what if I wake up tomorrow and I don't have to feel this anymore because I just dug in and faced it, instead of resisting it? So that's a thought. I did feel better the next day. The second card out is Tibera of the Waters. This could be you needing compassion for yourself. This could also be you nurturing someone else, that person who's going through that hard time. Water usually has to deal with emotions. And see all this water coming out in her hands. It's the release of all those pent up emotions that you've been holding on to. This is about you surrendering those to something higher, to you letting go, or to that person letting go. It's about healing and nurturing and accepting the change that has come, accepting that things aren't the same. And it's reminding you that you have a choice of how you perceive things and how you experience things. The next card out is Honesty. It's kind of funny. I mean, Luminous Doom, there's a lot of water going on. Like, he's kind of got these big watery eyes. So does Luminous Doom. There's just this sadness, and I think with what is going on, it's requiring that we face some truths that maybe we were okay living in the illusion. We were okay just sort of dusting the truth under the rug and thinking maybe it's there, but I don't need to look at it yet. And needing to be honest with ourselves and honest with, globally what's happening, and with our communities and our government. And so these truths are coming out, and, it's a little shocking. It's a little hard to deal with. It's uncomfortable. So we're being asked to, like, during this time that we're going inward, instead of denying all this stuff, the best use of your time is to face the truths and face this dark stuff coming up, and just have awareness around it, and be gentle with it. The fourth card that came out, this was in the reversed position. This is Mikula Muckle. Usually he talks about needing to be more playful and have a little bit more fun. In the reversed position, this sort of talks about sort of lower human expressions. You're being, or another person is acting in a selfish way, in a, they're sort of out for themselves, really self-centered. And it can also talk about you clinging, you or this other person clinging to the past of the ways that made you feel secure. And things are changing. You see it, you feel it, but you're denying it, you're scared. And things have to be different. You're being led to this new place, but you're resisting it. And you're denying the adventure. You're denying that you're being pulled towards this greater path. So it's a card that asks you to have more awareness around what is going on, and to, well, if it's you acting this way, for you to have awareness around your actions and sort of turn things around. And if it's somebody else, you can have awareness around this, and you can either gently point it out to them, or just, give them space to be going through what they're going through without. You can be nurturing and you can be helpful without enabling and without going on the ride with them. You don't have to go into that with them. That's not required. And it's not always helpful for the other person either. We all have our own lessons in our lives. And it's sometimes we know we have the answers for others that we think that will help them, pull them out of whatever they're in. But, we're all here to learn lessons, and it's a disservice to them if we don't let them figure it out. We can gently guide them, but you can't force anyone. I think it usually backfires, or it just, doesn't work. The next card out also in reversed is the Journeyman. Usually I talk about how he's like traveling light, he's got some hop in his step, he's excited to go on this journey, this new path. This is you resisting, or this person resisting the journey. Is like, I'm really not into this. I'm scared. I don't know how this is going to play out. It talks about not being able to move forward. Again, feeling stuck. And with the gateway, this that the gateway is not yet open. This is a similar message. I mean, you could be resisting it, but it could also just be that the timing is not quite right. Things haven't quite lined up. Spirit is often working on our behalf behind the scenes. So when we think that nothing is happening, a lot could be happening, but we just haven't seen the physical, material manifestation of that yet. So we're being asked to be patient and trust that we're being led in the right direction. And I mean, this card comes out in a very similar message. The singers of courage. It came out in reversed. Again, this is sort of, a loss of hope, a loss of courage, a lot of fear coming up, a lot of self-doubt. And we're being asked to face those fears and find our courage again and find our trust, that we break through those old limiting beliefs and ways of being, that we believe in the greater possibilities in our lives. The next card out is Epona's Wild Daughter. This is always a message to me of emotional healing. This is spirit holding you. You are being held. You are being healed. This can talk about other things that are coming up, these dark things. You know, all of this fear and self-doubt and stuff can lead to depression, can lead to feeling like, what's the point? How is this ever going to work out for the best? But, you know, like I said, breakdowns can actually be breakthroughs. We need to trust that we're being held, that we're being supported. And that, you know, this gateway, this will open up when we choose to face those darker parts of ourself that we have been hiding. It's necessary for our growth. And the last card out is He of the Fiery Sword. This is your protector at a time like this, when you're feeling a little shaky. He's asking you to focus your will. And if you're feeling bound, bound by what is going on, that you can't escape this new reality, this is about breaking the bonds so that you can move to the next level. And when we feel like we don't have support, especially, in isolation, not all of us are living, in a family or in a big house where we have other people to interact with or have the space to make us feel sane. Some of us are living alone in small apartments, and, we can really get inside of our head about, our future or what is happening or how alone we feel. A lot of these things can come out, but and we think that support only comes in the physical form. It's easier for us to believe what we can see. But He is here to call on. Spirit is here. When you need help, you ask for help. And I believe that we receive the help that we ask for. We just have to be willing to ask for it and communicate in a way that maybe is more new to us, and not so conventional. This is a chance for us to regain our strength, our power, our clarity of spiritual will, our courage to move forward so that we can then pass through that gateway when the timing is right. So I hope that helps everyone. I'm sorry that everyone is dealing with such difficult stuff, and I hope to have more uplifting readings in the future. But I'd love to hear what you're going through and what you're thinking, and I hope you'll join me again next Monday for another reading, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.